Decryptos here. Happy Friday, everyone. I got another video for you. You got to watch this one, by the way. All right. Let's talk about the migrant crisis occurring throughout all the blue states. We have the red states near the border shipping all these migrants to the blue states. And don't forget, everyone, whoever voted for the Democrats, Democrats, as I would like to call them, wanted this. You wanted all these migrants in your state, okay? The ironic part now is that a lot of people that wanted this won't even put the migrants into their own homes. And guys, I am one, I'm a follower of Christ, okay, that is willing to help anyone. But if I can't help myself, how the heck are we going to help others? These blue states are already in disarray. Let's talk about Chicago, gun crimes there, with the hardest, strictest gun laws, by the way. I'm going to throw that on the table. Then we got New York City. What a piece of junk, okay? I got to throw that on the table, too. So we have all these states with problems, and then you're herded in and busted in a bunch of other people with problems. Good luck to that. Let's watch some clips. Please excuse the language of the woman at the end, because she's from New York and she's scathing. And I don't blame her because she hits a lot of points. Let's watch. Yeah, a beautiful one of the news channels with a C in it, which I can't stand, by the way. But let's watch what they're saying. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go.
Far from the southern border, many American cities are struggling tonight to handle the high number of migrants. New York's mayor says the city is at a breaking point, but is now facing sharp criticism from the state's governor. Gabe Gutierrez has more for us on that tonight.
You know, and in the Bible, it says a house divided against itself. This is Jesus' words, by the way. And it's sorry if I get this a little bit off. Excuse me, guys, and I'll have right in front of me here, and I haven't memorized that passage. But a house divided against itself will not stand. But guys, this is exactly what I'm seeing with these blue states right now, and the Democrats, just I call them Democrats because their policies are just out of control. Keep on watching.
Tonight, a new battle is brewing over how New York City is handling the record-breaking influx of migrants. Mayor Eric Adams pushing back after the state's governor, Kathy Hochul, a fellow Democrat, accused him of not doing enough.
If her observation is that here's some things that you can do differently, we're all in. One thing no one is stating that we didn't do. We've housed 100,000 people.
Which is pretty good.
Unlike any other city.
It comes after a lawyer for the governor today sent a scathing letter saying the city faces a serious crisis and has failed to accept the state's offer of assistance and should do more to act in a proactive manner.
Remember, guys, they wanted this. Now they got to deal with this.
The mayor opening 2 new shelters, and he's repeatedly slammed the federal government for not doing enough to help the city. Today, we spoke with Carla from Ecuador with her 4-year-old daughter outside the iconic
Sleepy Joe Biden not helping? Are you guys even surprised? I'm not.
Roosevelt Hotel in Manhattan, which has been turned into a migrant housing facility. Give us an opportunity, she says. Many of us just want to work. Across the country, other major cities are also struggling with the influx, and Massachusetts governor just declared a state of emergency.
It's unsustainable.
In New York, since last year, more than 100,000 asylum seekers have arrived. More than 58,000 are now in shelters, and officials estimate housing and caring for migrants will cost city taxpayers $12 billion by 2025.
Wow.
Business owner Joe Germanata says one of those shelters is impacting his neighborhood.
They're hanging out on the sidewalks. You know, there's trash. You know, we found hypodermic needles. It's become a real nuisance.
Mayor Adams argues a major step to solve this crisis would be allowing migrants to get work permits.
Thanks for watching our...
All right, guys. So, you know, I'm just shaking my head at this because it's a disaster. I can imagine the people that live in New York City. Don't forget, 2 years ago, you had to close your business down. All right? 2 years ago, if you're a small business owner, you have to close your business down, but the big box stores were allowed to stay open, and now this. Like, it's one thing after another. Now, let's watch the mayor during his last town hall meeting speak about the crisis during this past week. Let's have a peek.
This city around in 20 months. And then what happened? Started with a madman down in Texas decided he wanted to bus people up to New York City.
Okay. This madman down in Texas is a governor that obviously knew these policies were absolutely, completely insane. So this is why he's busting these people from his state. Don't forget, open borders. This is what Biden and the Democrats want, / Democrats want. And he's just taking these people from his state to their states where they wanted this. Remember, if you want something in life and you get it, and you can't even deal with this situation, did you even know what you wanted in the first place? Let's have a little thought process there. Again, these blue leaders, they just drive me utterly insane. And a reminder to all, I'm not left or right. I don't care what political party you're part of. As long as you're doing your job, that's all I care about. That's it, and that's all. Because if you ask me, the whole government's corrupt. Let's keep on watching.
110,000 migrants. We have to feed, clothe, house, educate the children, wash their laundry sheets, give them everything they need, health care. And this team here, we stated, let's do everything possible before we have to push it out into neighborhoods and communities. Month after month, I stood up and I said, this is going to come to a neighborhood near you. Well, we're here. We're here. We're getting no support on this national crisis. And we're receiving no support. And let me tell you something, New Yorkers. Never in my life have I had a problem that I did not see an ending to. I don't see an ending to this. I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York City. Destroy New York City.
Heavy words.
We're getting 10,000 migrants a month.
You wanted it.
One time we were just getting Venezuela. Now we're getting Ecuador. Now we're getting Russian speaking coming through Mexico. Now we're getting Western Africa. Now we're getting people from all over the globe have made their minds up that they're going to come through the southern part of the border and come into New York City. And everyone is saying it's New York City's problem.
Well, you wanted it.
Every community in this city is going to be impacted. We got a $12 billion deficit that we're going to have to cut. Every service in this city is going to be impacted.
What a disaster.
All of us. And so I say to you, as I turn it over to you, this is some of the most educated, some of the most knowledgeable, probably more of my commissioners and deputy commissioners and chiefs live in this community. So as you ask me a question about migrants, tell me what role you played.
I don't care how educated you are by memorizing a piece of paper and then regurgitating it on another piece of paper. It's not about that, because obviously if these people were educated, okay, as he says they are, you wouldn't be in this issue because it's common sense. Now back to your comment about the Texas governor, okay, saying he doesn't want to keep these people. He had the fortitude to foresee this happening in his state. And again, why would he want it when they've been advocating to close the border? And guys, no one's saying not to bring migrants in, okay? Follow the legal process, okay? Just like if you want to go and live in Italy, you got to apply for a visa. You got to do all these particular things to get into the country. What's the difference? I'll tell you what the difference is. The Democrats want votes from these people. That's what the difference is. Because, again, a house divided against itself cannot stand. And this house is falling apart. The Democrats are in trouble. Look at the president. He can't even make a coherent sentence. Shame. Shame. Okay? Now, let's watch, again, I apologize for the swearing here, okay? A woman, a mother from New York. Let's hear what she has to say. She lives in the state. I have family, by the way, that lives in the state. We're all hearing the same thing. Let's have a peek. Here we go.
New York parents, you keep making fucking noise, okay? Because this governor does not give a fuck about our kids, okay? They said, listen, kids come to school, you cannot turn them away based on their immigration status. They don't speak English, you need to find somebody who can speak their language. I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say? Because I'll tell you right now, when my kids went to school, every fucking time I had to register a kid, I needed a mortgage paper, I needed a tax bill, I needed utility fucking bills, birth certificates, vaccination fucking records, okay? My kids had to be up to date on their polio, on their MMR, on their DPT, on their fucking parvo and rabies and shit like that, okay? Now you're gonna let all these kids in the school that have nothing? So I had to protect everybody else's kids. I had to follow all these rules. But now, fuck it. We're just going to throw it out to the wayside because you have a little bit of a fucking crisis.
There you go.
No, it doesn't work like that. You know what else doesn't work?
Right.
What else doesn't work is that I have a vehicle that is licensed and registered and insured. You got all these little electric things, these scooters, these mopeds that have nothing, and they're being used all over the city because the migrants have to learn how to make money. They have to be able to deliver food. They have to be able to run fucking errands. With what money, I have no idea. However, what happens when one of these little fucking mopeds hits my car and they don't have insurance? Who's going to pay that? Me? Of course I am. I'm not going to drive around in a piece of shit fucking car, okay? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And you know where it starts? It starts at the top with Bobo, okay? You know, the non-mask wearing, I don't give a fuck about a veteran. I'm going to walk off the stage and I'm a complete fucking moron. So Harris is going to be president. That guy, that's what I'm talking about. Okay? But parents, like I said, you keep going. Because even the most liberal fucking parents out there that I've seen are pissed. Are pissed. We had to stay in a district that we paid taxes in. And now our schools are a fucking nightmare. It's a shit show. It all goes. It doesn't matter. You know what? When your kid starts coming home with measles and fucking polio, remember a couple of years ago that was a big thing? It's coming back. It's coming back. Fucking Hochul's a moron.
Sorry, guys. I had to laugh. It's just facts. You know what I love about social media? Everyone gets to hear everyone's perspective. Okay? Put it that way. And that's her perspective, which she aligns with a lot of people in New York right now. Okay? Again, if you're not from that state, don't look at the camera feeds on the open public forums. You're just going to shake your head there. And guys, you know, it just comes back down to this to me. People are so far away from God. And he turns his face to you. He turns his face. Okay, you're talking to a guy that ran away from God and came back. He grabbed me back up, and the best thing I ever did. Listen, guys, just wanted to share that with you today. It's Friday. Going back to that. I want you guys to have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. All right, and as always, if you haven't given your life to Jesus Christ, it's not too late. God's a gentleman. It's your choice. All right. God bless. Take care. I'll be saying prayers for all subscribers, as I always do. God bless you. And guys, make good decisions out there. Cheers. Decryptos out.